What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about some of the biggest wastes of money that I see hemorrhage out of people's bank accounts from a first-hand banking industry perspective. Hi guys, it's Warren Gosling here, back again with simple, actionable financial literacy tips. If you find today's topic useful, do three things for me: like it, share it, and subscribe. You know what to do. Also, catch me on Instagram. Catch me, I'm sounding like that girl on the Dr. Phil show.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Catch me on Instagram. I'm at Warren Gosling. I'm always happy to talk to you guys and answer any questions on there. So let's jump straight into this one for today. They say intelligence is learning from your own mistakes, but wisdom is learning from other people's mistakes. And during my time working in credit risk in multiple global banks, I've had the benefit / horror of seeing the spending patterns of our clients and the type of mistakes that they make. Guys, I've seen things. And if you watch my previous videos, you'll know that whilst in that role in the banking industry, working with clients in arrears to pay or restructure their debts, a key part of my role was analysing the finance and the spending habits of those clients. We were all up in their business, guys, and we worked with them to make changes. Why? Because when spending is mismanaged, this often leads to a reliance on debt, which if used unsustainably can lead to the build-up of debt arrears long term, which ultimately leads to enforcement action. So we're talking about assets being seized, loss of services, court action, all that bad stuff that impacts your personal finances directly. Nobody wants to be going to court, nobody wants to be going to jail, nobody wants their stuff taken away. And if you've ever been in debt like I have, you'll know that it's a cycle that's very difficult to claw your way out of, guys. We know this, but we do have a choice. As we said, wisdom is learning from other people's mistakes. And as I said, I had the benefit of observing rich people's spending habits and poor people's spending habits over many years in banking. So with that in mind, let me go into Master Yoda mode and pass on some Jedi tricks for how not to fall into needless money mistakes when it comes to avoiding poverty. I'm also going to combine what I'm about to say with some official data on household spending from the Office of National Statistics, so try and say that quickly, that you can compare yourself to on how the rest of the nation tends to spend in specific categories. So the first waste of money is overspending on designer clothes, shoes and accessories and all that. The national average is £24 per week, £105 per month on clothes and shoes. So guys, if we're dropping like a whole month's wage on designer brands to be dressed from head to toe in designer labels like it's a Versace football kit, then guys, we need to talk. I'm gonna need you to come to the front of the congregation, please, and we can have a quiet word. If that's you, hit me up in the comment section below and I will find you. So let's be real, it's a huge drain on money, and you know that, you don't need me to tell that, but there's nothing wrong with buying nice clothes and looking good. Heck, I like to look good myself, but not at the expense of investing in my future, my food, my household, my living expenses. Some people will sacrifice their essential living expenses for a designer handbag or designer shoes or designer jacket. It's crazy. There's so many things that come before designer labels. For me personally, it's not essential, guys. So we talked about this before, but delay your gratification and consider alternatives even. You can still dress well at Boohoo, Zara or ASOS. They're all your friends, guys. It doesn't have to be top-end designer labels that are blowing the budget. The second, and this is a personal advice for me, guys, that I'm personally being delivered from as we speak. I am delivered! Is overspending on fast food and takeaway. The national average is £11 per week, so that's £48 per month. And for me, the biggest game changer over the last 5 years has hand down been Uber Eats and Just Eat. These are the devil. KFC Zinger Burger Meal, Caribbean cuisine, ackee and saltfish, barbecue ribs, special fried rice if you're into your Chinese thing, to your doorstep in under 40 minutes. How can we fight against that, guys? How can we? How? But let's say you're doing this just twice a week and you're spending, say, £30 a pop, because if you're gonna order, you gotta order properly. You can't get what you need to get for under £30. I don't think so anyway. So £30 a pop, that's £60 per week, £260 per month, £3,120 per year, £3,120 per year on just takeaways, guys, on just 2 takeaways a week. And then if you're on 3 takeaways a week, say, that's just over £4,600 per year. Imagine if you put that into the stocks and shares market each year for 10 years. I mean, Just imagine it. It's crazy to think about that, guys. And we know that over the last 10 years alone, from 2010 to 2020, the FTSE 100, that's our index of our top 100 companies in the UK that you can invest in, has doubled over the last 10 years. So in simple terms, if you invested £4,600 in 2010 in a simple tracker fund and just left it there and reinvested the dividends, today you'd have £9,200 from £4,600 by doing nothing. But investing in stocks and shares, that's another video for another day. In fact, I'm thinking of doing a separate video for that. So if you're interested, let me know in the comment section below and I'll make a series of videos on how to get started in stocks and shares. Yeah, takeaways and fast food, it's a big drain, guys, with those numbers. Not saying don't ever buy these, because I know I certainly will. And we all need a cheeky Nando's and a cheeky jerk chicken and rice and peas from time to time. We all do, we're only human, but moderation is key, guys. The next big drain is luxury cars, guys. The national average is £35 per week spending on cars. That's £152 per month. So me, I live in London, and when I go to places like Knightsbridge or Bond Street or Canary Wharf, you can't. And I see Lambos, Porsches, Bentleys, I stop. And firstly, I admire the car because these types of cars are things of beauty. You can't hate on them at all. But then I'm like, why? I've lived in London all my life, and if you do too, or you've ever been to London or know anything about London, you'll know that the congestion charge in parts of London is massive. You'll also know that the road tax and the insurance on these types of cars is a killer. And you'll also know that the traffic in central London, combined with the central London 20 miles per hour speed limit, it's just gone down this year, means that you're never going to get above that really in those cars in central London, which were clearly made to go fast. So all in all, when you compound those costs, it's fair to say that the general cost of running a luxury high-end car is a lot higher than a national average of £152 per week. That might cover the cost of like one day's worth of insurance, right? It's never made any sense to me, honestly, guys, but each to their own, right? Some people are car lovers, but when it comes to buying a car, you know, let's be sensible and prudent about that. It's a big drain on costs. Next, let's talk about alcohol and cigarettes. So the national average is £13 per week, and that looks low to me, guys. I guess not everyone drinks or smokes across the whole nation, but I guess I've been spending too much time with the heathen. But anyway, that's £56 per month on alcohol and cigarettes. So I'm not a smoker, but 99.9% of the smokers I know are constantly trying to quit smoking because A, they say it's bad for their health, and B, they cost too much. So quick fact actually for you guys, because I'm a nerd, I did a bit of research on cigarettes and tobacco prices in the UK. And in doing that research, I found that for a pack of 20 cigarettes with a price of £8 or more, tax will be at least 80% of that price. So if you pay £8 for a pack of cigarettes, at least £6.40 of that is just tax alone. Alcohol wise, we know that we as a nation, we love to drink birthdays, Christmases, New Year's Eve, weddings, funerals. If there's an opportunity to drink, we'll take it. And I myself appreciate a nice rum and coconut water from time to time. Yes, you heard me right. I said rum and coconut water, not Coke. Those who know, know. But yeah, it's a good idea to moderate your drinking, guys, for many reasons other than just costs. You know, it's like when Homer Simpson says in an episode, to beer, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems. It's so real. So yeah, again, same concept, moderation when it comes to alcohol and cigarettes, guys, because they're very costly. Next up, and this is going to be a controversial, but I'm coming for you, all you coffee drinkers. I know the comment section is probably going to light up because I know certain people need their coffee like they need crack, but hey, I'm ready for you. Let's get coffee spending in check, guys. And the reason why I'm putting this seemingly random item on my list is because I work in banking, which is a high pressure environment, long hours and all of that. And I work with people who literally need 4 coffees a day just to get through the week. Coffee in our offices are about £2.50 each. So that's a tenner a day, £50 per week, £216 per month on coffee. And that's a lot, guys, for coffee. Again, I'm not a coffee lover and I'm sure some people will be happy to spend it, but that is a lot on coffee. So how about Kingo granules, you know? PS, the national average spending on coffee is £1 a week, which equates to £4.33 per month. And again, seems low to me, but I guess not everybody across the nation drinks coffee. Lastly is a slight outlier, but very relevant to our current climate. And these are get rich quick schemes. These could be things like network, multi-level or affiliate marketing, Forex trading clubs. Now I want to say up front that these particular avenues aren't always scams. They're not always scams. However, if you're being presented with a proposition presenting unusually high rates of return in exchange for some sort of membership fee and a requirement for you to bring other people on board, have your antennae up, guys, and do your research before handing over any money or joining up, guys. As I said, it's not always a scam, but those particular elements should raise a red flag, and I'm going to do a separate video on that because I think a lot of people, especially low-income people, are being taken advantage of in that way by these particular schemes. So that's this week's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did, please do consider liking, sharing and subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week.